I am an economist by training, and when you are dealing with numbers, you get connected with the community because it tells a lot of stories about what things are happening in terms of the allocation and the use of resources within communities. So that draws you naturally to policy issues, issues that are of relevant to community development, and that's what drew me into this work in Minnesota. When I came here in 1987, a lot of things that I saw in the media was around a negative view of minorities and immigrants as more as deficits, something that they were taking from the community, from the state, whether there were stories on welfare cheats or criminals or things like that. And so I came across, I was with a friend of mine who runs a annual multicultural marketing campaign. And being connected with that, and also when Governor Ventura appointed me to chair the Working Group on Minority Business Development, I was in touch with a lot of issues on minority business development in the state. This combination of factors brought me to focus on documenting the data of minorities as assets. And so I call this ethnic capital, or these days also immigrant capital. So what they can provide as assets, as entrepreneurs, as workers, as a future stream of capital, human capital, skills, the trade networks that connect Minnesota to the world, the cultural capital, how they add to music, art, and increase the vibrancies of our communities, their civic and political engagement, and also something that's not too often talked about is their role as taxpayers. So I began to get this data, and what I found was that it's a void that is in the community to have this information available so people can start looking at the communities in a different mode as the opportunities versus the problem. And so that got me drawn more and more into working with different communities. And Concordia University, in an academic environment, provided me the freedom and the flexibility to be able to do this. So I had that institutional support in the work that I did, and could help bring some of that information back into the classroom or help students connect when I had opportunities. For instance, we wanted to know, I came across a study on immigrants on a small 6-block stretch of University Avenue, and this was data dating back to 1980. So I thought, could we update it and have a sense of the historical perspective? And so I remember at that time it was students in my microeconomics class. We all went down and started counting these businesses, and that became our first report, and since then I've updated it to show the growth in minority immigrant businesses. So I guess I am in the school of thought that knowledge is not knowledge for its own sake, but knowledge can become wisdom and insight that could help make the communities that we live in a better place. And so within that framework, I've been doing a lot of work to use the talents and resources of not only myself, but also my institution, and also the community at large, to do a lot of good things. And we've made some, whether it is getting involved in the redistricting debate. We had our own map of the legislative districts that we shared with the judicial panel, or like we just had today, insights on the college student market for ethnic food. It's been a lot of fun.